Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Off the Shelf. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I've just finished my exercises for the day, so I'm feeling good. I hope you've been doing your exercises too. Before we have a look on the shelf, let's light our candle. The Lord be with you, and also with you. Shall we have a look to see what I can find on my shelf today? Let's look. Today, I've chosen two things. These stones, they sit together on my shelf. I have some funny things on my shelf, don't I? Do you like them? One's a white one and one's a black one. And I like these stones because they remind me of a happy time. These stones have come all the way from New Zealand, and I picked them up when I was walking on the beach with my family, and the sun was shining and we were having a lovely time throwing stones into the sea and chatting. And that night we settled down and we found some driftwood and we made a nice campfire on the beach looking out to the sea. And these stones remind me of that holiday. They also remind me of Jesus, because Jesus spent a lot of his time walking along the beach with his friends, because lots of Jesus' friends were fishermen, and they used to go down to the beach and they'd chat on the beach and they'd cook and they'd eat things on the beach together. But these stones in particular remind me of one story about Jesus and his friends. Now one day, Jesus was with his disciples, and he told his disciples to get into the boat and go to the other side of the lake. But Jesus decided he was going to stay on the land and went up to the mountain to pray. Now, that evening, when the boat was going across the lake, a big storm blew up and it got windy and the waves got really tall. And how do you think the disciples felt sat in that boat? They were pretty frightened. They were upset, they were frightened, and they wanted Jesus with them and said, "Why isn't Jesus here? He would know what to do, and I think we're all going to drown." And the wind was blowing and the waves were coming over the boat, and the disciples just didn't know what to do. And then, through the evening, they saw something. They saw somebody walking towards them. In the middle of the storm, in the middle of the lake, there was Jesus walking towards them in their boat. And the disciples were terrified. They were so frightened. And Jesus said, "Don't be frightened, because it is me. Here I am." And these stones remind me of that story for two reasons. This stone here reminds me of the disciples who were really frightened, who were really worried. Who of you gets really frightened and really worried and really cross and really anxious, and all the worries of the world fall on them? And this is what happens, isn't it? This is my glass of water after my exercise. This stone, this is like us. We worry and look. Oh, we know. Stones sink and we get really upset and all that worry surrounds us. But this stone here reminds me of Jesus. That in all that, in all those worries, in all that frightenedness, Jesus comes along and And look what happens. Oh, that stone floats. Jesus says, "Here I am. It is me. I am special. I am God's son." And it says in the Bible that Jesus was the image of the invisible God. That everything was created by him and for him. So Jesus has got control over all the world, over the weather, over the storms, over all the things that we get frightened and worried and anxious about. Jesus is there, above it all, being different and being God. I'll leave that there for you to look at while we think about what to pray about. So today, let's pray about all those things that we worry about, all those things we get frightened about, and give them to God and say, "Jesus, you are bigger than that. You are bigger than the worries I have. You are bigger than all those things that make me frightened. You are God." I hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back again at some point to have a look what else I can find on my shelf. But before then, you take care and look after each other. Bye bye.